The weeks-long finger-pointing from a Fort Worth hospital over who's to blame for an elevator accident that injured a nurse just took a turn.
John Peter Smith Hospital has for weeks publicly criticized its elevator vendor, ThyssenKrupp. The vendor has stayed mostly silent until today. The company released a letter sent before the accident showing it warned JPS against having JPS employees attempt elevator repairs. Fox 4's Blake Hansen is at JPS tonight with more. Blake.
Heather and Steve, this is now a story of two completely different narratives. JPS has been very vocal in public with its criticism of ThyssenKrupp. Meanwhile, ThyssenKrupp has pretty much remained private about this up until now. Now the president says they could no longer keep this feud in private. There is a new paper trail piquing interest into what really went wrong January 20th at JPS Elevator 29. ThyssenKrupp released a letter received by JPS 6 days before the accident that crushed and critically injured nurse Karen Stratford in an elevator. In the letter detailing an issue at Elevator 20, it warns against JPS staff resetting or fixing elevators and says, "We strongly urge you to take whatever steps necessary to immediately discontinue this practice, including but not limited to communicating with all of your maintenance personnel that such actions are and will continue to be strictly prohibited." ThyssenKrupp went on to challenge a number of claims made by JPS about its response to the incident. It also says that ThyssenKrupp has an on-site technician at JPS daily. The claim that JPS employees were meddling with elevators was a bombshell allegation, standing in stark contrast to JPS CEO Robert Early's comments during an emotional news conference last week.
The one thing we're not is elevator experts. We do trauma care. We do trauma care to cancer care to clinic care. We are not elevator experts. You hire elevator experts. And we thought we had elevator experts.
In a letter to JPS employees responding to ThyssenKrupp's allegations, Early insisted JPS never repairs elevators, but does help when people are trapped, writing, "What would you have us do? Wait minutes, sometimes hours for TKE workers to show up? There is nothing in the contract JPS has with TKE that prevents us from responding appropriately when someone is trapped inside an elevator." Meanwhile, the nurse at the center of this all, Karen Stratford, is finally out of the ICU. Her attorneys say she suffered brain damage in the accident, but is now conscious, alert, and even mouthed "I love you" to family members. All as questions about the accident that altered her life forever remain in dispute by two feuding companies. Last week, Stratford's attorneys gave JPS a glowing review for how it has handled everything after this incident. I reached out to the same attorney today to see if feelings had changed in the wake of this new ThyssenKrupp letter, but so far I've not heard back.